The thing that's confusing to me is again, it was uttered by a very smart man who's atop the flow chart of an organization that needs their quarterback back in the fold. And he went on the website of his team's, he went on Packers.com, he went on his team's website, and he wrote in his monthly missive, I guess, that he writes there, that the subject matter is dividing the fan base. And then said at the end of that statement, at the end of that paragraph, that the less said is the better, and then was at an event and said what Ted Thompson used to say about Aaron and others, you know, that they're a complicated fella. What's complicated is the question. What's complicated? And the reason why I'm asking that is there is stuff, has to be, where the organization's been left rolling their eyes that Aaron wanted that. Aaron got upset about that. Well, what about A, B, C, and D, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 that we've done for him? What about the contract that we did give him? What about, you know, the fact that we put Aaron Jones on the credit card? What about the fact that we got these players? I know that he wanted Jake Kumaro, but really? Like, that's what he's focused on? That's a complicated fella. I mean, there's got to be stuff, too. Like, you know, we offered you one more year. You said no. And then we find out, you know, on draft night that our lives are all turned upside down. You wrecked the buffet at our Harrow Club. And now we're coming back and saying, how about now? Okay, we hear you. We got it. We got it that we pissed you off. We got it. But we're now willing to give you what you want. Now you're saying no. It's a complicated fella. There might be some of that stuff out there. But we don't know that stuff because the less said, the better. So when you're saying complicated fella, then the guy who you believe is complicated is definitely going to hear that. Because in the court of public opinion, where this apparently is currently playing out, that's leading the jury a little bit, don't you think? We're simple. We're simple guys. We're just the owners of the Green Bay Packers, and we run the Green Bay Packers. We're simple. It's very simple. You win, we pay you. We're simple. This is a simple business. That guy's complicated. He's not here. That's complicated guy stuff. He doesn't want to be here. He might not play. He might doesn't show up at mandatory minicamp, may not show up at training camp, but he's going to go and, you know, post Instagram videos with his fiance and Mr. and Mrs. Miles Teller. That's complicated fella stuff. He's going to go hang out with Bryson DeChambeau. His playing partner's a complicated fella, too. I guess complicated fellas play golf together.
The rutted circles.
See where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
And you know, it's, like I said, this thing could be done if 12 wants it to be done.
Yeah, we don't know what he wants.
And that's complicated, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I understand. Just when things are playing out in the court of public opinion in a negotiation, that's where we're in. We're in that portion of court of public opinion portion of negotiation. That's where we're at right now. It's what it seems like. And you say stuff like that, well, that's placed in the court of public opinion. And if you're dealing with a complicated fella, you don't call the fella complicated. It's kind of like Fight Club. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.